Gather close, my children, and listen well to the whispers of Grandmother Wind. For she carries the ancient memories of our world long before our people roamed these warm grasses and cool forests. In those distant times, when time itself lay frozen in ice harder than stone and deeper than the sky, it was an age before Old Father sired little sister and little brother, and the three spun their eternal dance in the embrace of Mother Night. In those days, many were one, unseparated by life or death. The land and all things upon it were nameless, and so we were never alone, for all were the same. It was an age of neither creation nor destruction, a time of the One. Then, Mother Sun shared her memories of the time after. She burned names into the land so it could bask in her light. Thundering mountains rose in the west. Deep waters flooded the east, and a cool, deep forest spread its shaded arms, embracing the northern lands. Each was named, and as it should always be. Yet, despite the beauty of the named land, it was not perfect, for it remained unchanging. The Mother of Night saw her sister's creations and knew the names were good. But in her wisdom, she sang a song of great change, bringing life and dynamism to the land. Great mountains fell from the sky, and a fire like none before scorched the south, turning it to dust and ash. The ash filled the sky, veiling Mother Sun for many days and nights, shrouding the land in darkness. When the ash finally fell, Mother Sun returned to the land, only to see it covered in ash, seemingly devoid of life. Saddened, she withdrew, refusing to speak or name anything new. The Mother of Night, seeing the sorrow and loss her great change had wrought, was moved to tears. She understood now that change brought pain and destruction, but also the potential for rebirth. Her tears filled the burnt scars left by the mountains that fell from the sky, creating a great river, the river of dreams. This river, cutting through the world, carried with it life and death, in an endless cycle of making and unmaking, of dying and being reborn, like the eternal dance of day and night. Yes, my children, this act of creation and destruction granted the spirits of the land the power to name and breathe life into the stones, the trees, and the rivers. This was the time when the two-legged ones, the four-legged ones, and the winged ones first came to the land and sky. It was the time when our people took their first breath, but also a time when the kindly ones despised us, hunting us like prey, jealous of the gifts our spirits had bestowed upon us. In those days, the deep ones, starved of life and greedy for souls, took our grandmothers and grandfathers to the realm of the dying sun, forever lost to the river of dreams and to us. But it was then that the spirits of the world grew to know and love us. They took pity on us, forever asking the land to protect us with song, ritual, and magic. The spirits drove back the deep ones and the kindly ones, and we sang songs of praise. Without them, our world would be unmade, and our ancestors would be forever lost. Many cycles of the spirits of the sky have passed since then, and many generations of grandmothers and grandfathers have been born, lived, and found their way to the river of dreams, to be washed out to the great sea of the night, where they live with our spirit brothers and sisters before returning to the land anew. For thousands of generations, we have lived and hunted these lands, gathering our sacred medicines, honoring the ways of our ancestors, and praying to our spirits who have guided us and taught us the ways of the land and the spirits. They have taught us to defend ourselves with bow and spear, and sometimes with the sacred ways of the spirits themselves. The power of creation and destruction, the ways of magic. But now, the spirits whisper to us of a terrible shadow approaching, a festering anger and pain. They tell us through the wind, the rains, and the stars above that something is coming. A hungering emptiness just outside the land itself, from beyond the watchful eyes of old father, little brother, and little sister. An unknowable shape that even Grandmother Wind does not recognize and fears, howling furiously as it approaches. The ground shakes, the stars fall, and Mother Sun burns hot in the sky, trying to warn us of what is to come, while Mother Night hides in ever-deepening shadows, where soon the stars will no longer sing songs of our ancestors, and the river of dreams will no longer flow. Already, the spirits themselves have changed. Some remain as they always were, but others grow fearful, jealous, and even hateful. Some have turned on us, lashing out like trapped animals, willing to gnaw off their own paws to escape a great fire growing in the distance. A fire we can see coming but cannot extinguish. Fear grows within us and without. The land grows heavy with it. The people must decide what to do. But how do we stop something we cannot understand? How do we stop something even the spirits themselves fear? How can we prevent the end of the river of dreams?